2 minutes will probably be a bit of a struggle, but it's not too bad.
Good
And I'll be able to be
everybody.
fully rested.
Welcome. Welcome to TeamODZ Live. Yeah. Video in here. Morning, mate.
Good morning. Thanks, Ben.
Right on, Ben. Morning, buddy.
Good morning. Yeah, this should be the good one. I mean, since this is week 1 of the next 3 weeks, it should be, this time it's only 2 minutes at zone 5, and it'll be 2.5 next week, and 3 the next week. Probably less rest. So I'm choosing to look at this one like it's going to be easy.
Freaking Andy. Well, I've got rock burns on my wrists, sunburn. My legs are just starting to calm down after Friday. Other than that,
What happens when you hang out on water towers?
well, there wasn't much hanging going on, thankfully.
Yeah. Yeah, that would have meant things went south.
I don't know about south, but down
Down,
rapidly.
for sure, down. That would mean it was going down tower quick.
Yeah. Gravity assist. So I was trying to explain to Faith and Hope yesterday how a plant creates energy. And looking through the various sugars, and there is actually one called galactose. So there probably could be a thing called galactic acid.
Yeah. I like it.
Me too. I dare say you'll be making some galactic acid today.
Yeah, there's a day I'm gonna get galactic acid today. I'm gonna be launching for 2 minutes at a time. I do still, like, I look at this and I go, when I first did this workout plan 2 years ago or so, maybe more, a little more.
Oh, shucks, Ben, if it makes you feel any better, you've always been a pain in the butt.
When I did it then, I think if I did 315 watts, it was only for like 15 or 30 seconds at a time. Back then, it was never expected to do it for 2 minutes. But I know I could do it. So then it shows the progress made over time, which is always nice. I'm already heating up. I haven't even gotten out of the work. Still in the gray zone.
You're definitely out of grey now.
I made an adjustment to the pedal or to my cleat. Hopefully it helped that weird muscle feeling I've been getting in my leg. I realized the other day out riding outdoors that my cleat just felt a little bit off. I almost felt like I had to twist my foot to keep it the way I wanted. I don't know how long I've been going like that without realizing it.
Get the ride on, Owen?
I don't know if I got one.
Morning, Owen. Nicholas, he doesn't know if he got a ride on from you. I got one. Owen says he can't give you a ride on now, so he must have given you one.
Probably. I just missed it. Thanks for the ride on.
45 seconds to my hardest part of this workout, allegedly. I'm sure the other bits of it will feel harder as I get towards the end, but
This is the leg primer, so this is always the part where I doubt how good this is all going to feel. Oh yeah, plus it's only three little blocks of the VO2 stuff.
that like the three little
Those.
pigs.
Yes, exactly.
Rick will post and he'll finish his workout. I'm guessing you're on the road to recovery now, Ben. Not quite so much of a pain in the gut. How was your weekend, Owen? Nice work, Owen. Sit on your bike then and sort that out.
Ah.
Ooh.
It's coming.
If I do that, all the sweat off my chest dribbles down my chest there, drips off, and just covers my bike.
So far, I've been relatively lucky. It all seems to drip this way and that. Well, this side gets dried. So
Well,
my fans are on that side, but
You don't have a chest
I
hair
just put it
problem.
over- Well, I have like 3 here. I can
Where?
get real close. They're right here. I think they're green, so you can't see them though.
They're green. Oh, my chest hair's blue, like Cookie Monster.
But yeah, all mine just ends up dripping over here to the side of the bike. My head, that's the problem. Gets all over my phone. I just try to protect the stem here. That doesn't all get in that screw and rust out. All
It
right.
isn't just a
Excellent.
stem. You don't want it dribbling down the frame and getting into the bottom bracket either.
No. Which I don't know if that usually happens. Probably not, maybe.
I'm
I
sure it
don't
does.
trust this bottom bracket either. Rick's a stiper. Now I like to use the arm heart rate monitor. I used to use chest strap, but I never found it to work really well for me.
Yeah,
When it did
same,
work,
mine's
I was-
under this
it was
this
good.
this sleeve.
So far, it's been like 2 years of this. I've had no issues, other than if the batteries run out, which rarely happens. And with the chest strap, it was constant issues.
Yeah, I just keep mine on charge when I come down in the morning when I first turn my computer on. So it gets a few minutes splash and dash, and I've never had it run out doing a ride yet.
Yeah, I don't know if I've had mine run out or not. I know I did get a warning once. But yeah, usually I charge it at least once a week. So it really doesn't use too much power.
Careful, Ben, you're going to hit auto mod. Ask Owen about auto mod.
Oh, here we go. 20 seconds. Need to be between at about 105. Guess that's good.
Your best friend and worst enemy have rolled into one, Owen, eh? You have? Where? Let me see. Yes, you have. I don't know whether I want to release that one or not. You like living life dangerously, don't you, Owen? I mean, what, 2.5 bottles of wine? Auto mod? What else? Thanks for confirming that I shouldn't release it. Especially now the context is lost. Make me laugh anymore when I fall off my roller zone.
One down. Yeah, just a matter of a couple months ago, or even at the beginning of this workout plan, I would have definitely been in the 180s, I think, but 171 was my top. So much nicer being in shape for the bike, but except for when you first wake up. Well, that's also a good feeling too, though, I guess. So I was like, yes, my muscles feel all tight and sore. Was this on the street? Did you see a Ribble truck on the road and you chased it all the way back to home base?
No, he's been chasing buses.
Wow. I have to say, this isn't the best commercial for Ribble. If you tune into this every day. When did you order it?
Yeah,
Originally?
That's one of the
Wasn't
reasons that I bought local. Trek's 90 miles from me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I bought local because it was at the shop next to me, but I bought local and at the spur of the moment. I bought just as long as it took to make a phone call and get Heidi to understand what I was talking about. Because believe it or not, she was a little shocked with the price. Even though I had been priming her for it for at least a year of showing her all the prices of bikes, how much even used ones cost. Essentially, I got this bike brand new at a used price. I got it.
All right, I'll let you pull me up here then.
Okay.
Same Owen. I'm now meant to get to, actually no, I'm 52 or 54. Not that you fall between, but you know, you can go either way and the bike be modified to fit you. Stem, seat post, that kind of stuff. Oh, this is a 54. Dylan's birthday? Oh, you've said the word. Wait a minute. It'll come. There it is. Happy birthday, Dylan. "15 in doggy years."
Whew, 171 on that.
Wait a minute. That's seven dog years. It's 1 human year. So how do you make it 15?
Maybe it's metric. Yeah, if we were talking about the truck corporate offices, I'm only 1,008 miles away.
Gotcha.
2 solid days of driving.
We were missing a 0 then. Okay.
Ooh, 1 more left, and then I get to do a complete reset. Yeah, it was funny. While I was doing that last VO2 section, I started looking up the distance between me and Trek. And when I looked up, my heart rate was in the low 160s. And it was 20 seconds left. I was like, oh, wow, look at that. And then as I finished off that 20 seconds and watched my heart rate, it shot up.
You know,
relatively quickly.
The way that Rick talks about heart rate, one would actually think that it matters.
Well, my heart rate matters to me because it gives me information. Now, to compare it to anyone else, no.
But it doesn't.
But for me,
I mean, yes, it goes up and down with a workout, but it's variable on so many other things.
Well, yeah. And that's the thing. I can tell, like, usually, well, sometimes I can tell right off during the warm-up if I'm fatigued or if I'm coming down with something in the beginning, my heart rate goes way up, but then sometimes it'll drop back down once I start doing tempo work to where it should be. but most of the time I can usually gauge where I'm at based on my heart rate. Wow, that was a long 10 seconds. Whew.
Yeah. Ah, I've got a jersey. Oh, come on. It's going to be over anytime soon.
Yeah, sometimes I'd almost rather do 2 minutes of 3:15 than 2 minutes of 2:40.
Just a would you rather?
Usually it's always combined with something else though. So
Would you rather fend off one horse-sized duck or a dozen duck-sized horses?
a dozen duck-sized horses. Well, actually, I guess it depends on if it's a goose. There's no mention of geese though. Would that change everything though? If the duck was now the size of a horse?
Asking the important questions, absolutely are.
Can you imagine the size of the bread you'd have to have just to keep that thing happy?
Just be loafing around, wouldn't you?
Huh?
You'd just be loafing around.
Yes.
Rising to the occasion. Sorry.
Now 180 for 10 minutes and then straight into 3:15 again.
Do I not tan on my head? Well, it all depends whether I put sunblock on or whether I've got a hard hat on. So, my arms got burned on Friday when I was on the water tower. I had a hard hat on all the time I was up there. See, I've even got a rope burn on my wrist when I was lowering the antennas down.
You didn't use the block or anything? You used your arm?
I don't know how I got that. I mean, I had gloves on that were covering at least the bottom of my wrists.
Did you have it like twisted around your arm or around your glove while you were doing it or something? To break it?
I don't know. I don't know how I got that. Well, I know how I got it. I don't remember getting it.
Sometimes things just happen when you're on top of a water tower in the sun.
We had 6 antennas, 6 cell antennas, our antenna, and 8 mounting posts. Drop down. The posts were actually the heaviest things.
Yeah, I ended up on Friday. I was walking through. Wife and I went down to the downtown area and grabbed a couple drinks and then got some dinner. And on the way, walking past the casino, I finally saw.
Wait, what?
Steel
hang on. So,
what?
So, Bangor has Stephen King.
Yes.
And it has a casino.
Oh yeah. It has a lot of random things, but yet it still doesn't feel like it has a lot of things.
Anyway, carry on.
So, as I was walking by, I saw a plate that I'm assuming is used for blind pedestrians to sense when they're at the end of the street or at the end of the sidewalk.
Yes.
And I just happened to look down at it and I saw that it said Nina Foundry. So I took a picture, and then almost immediately Andy sent me back a picture of the Nina Foundry from
the top of the water tower, yeah. Alright, now they serve multiple purposes, Rick, not just to let people know that they're at the side of the road, but they're anti-slip devices as well for in winter.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
But you don't want people slipping into the road.
No. Nope.
That wouldn't be good.
I don't want to slip into the road. But yeah, we have a little area where Hollywood Casino. They have a few. I don't know if they're just on the East Coast or where they're at, but they built the casino and then also renovated the entire arena so that it's a lot bigger and modern now. And then they also renovated the horse racing track that's behind the arena. So that whole area is pretty nice right there.
The last time I was at the water tower, I got really badly dehydrated up there, and the guy that was up there with me, not last Friday, the time before. And the guy that was with me ended up having to go down, climb all the way back down to his vehicle, pick up fluids and bring them back up. Well, this time he had 4 bottles with him and I took 2 up with me, and that wasn't enough. He was working up top, lowering the antennas down to me on the catwalk at the bottom of the tank, but at the top of the support. So I was still 85 foot off ground. And while he was lowering them down to me, I was lowering them down to the ground. And when I got the last one down to the ground, I went back up top to help him with the posts. And I'm climbing that ladder, and my fingers, I was cramping up. My fingers just locked on the ladder rung. I couldn't open them.
Oh, no. That's not good. That's always a weird feeling when that happens.
Yeah,
Because usually it's not even when you realize you've gotten that far.
I know, right? Well, in 13 hours, it took us 13 hours of work. In 13 hours, I drank somewhere between 8 and 10 bottles of water. And I peed once.
Off the water tower?
Not off the water tower, no.
Oh,
No.
see,
And
that would've been
and
so
not
hard for me not.
not in the water tower either.
Well, yeah, that just hurts you. Now, it would have been tough not to pee off the water tower. I don't know. But that probably would involve being on top of the water tower drinking beer or something. Not just doing work. What was the temperature that day?
I don't know if it was nicer out the top of the water tower than it was inside.
Yeah.
I regretted my decision of working on
Oh,
the
you had to go
catwalk.
in? Oh, okay. I've always wondered if they have to do anything to the inside of water towers as like maintenance for keeping buildup of stuff from happening. So I know like at least once a year for what we call our HLT, our hot liquor tank, where we keep it full of water and heated all the time at 185 Fahrenheit, and there starts to be buildup inside of it, and that's stainless, so I don't have to give it chemical treatment every year, like acids and stuff. And to prevent any rusting.
Oh my.
But yeah, walking around Bangor on Friday, it was pretty nice. It's definitely, this is that time of year where you can walk around the downtown area of Bangor and feel like, minus the homeless people walking around, it's pretty nice. It's definitely, this is that busy time of year where there's always art installations up and lots of people visiting. And they keep the city looking pretty nice for being a pretty old city.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but Maine was not one of the 13 original colonies. But it can't have been much after that, being over there. When did it become a state?
It was 18 something ish. I think it might have been like 1842 or something like that.
Wisconsin was 1848.
I know that Maine did have its own militia or National Guard or whatever during the
Civil War.
During the Civil War, yeah. They were the ones that did the move to win Gettysburg. They held their position, I guess. If they hadn't held that position, then the Union would have lost. Which the I don't know what he was, if he was a colonel or a lieutenant colonel, but Joshua Chamberlain, who was in that battle, he was from Bangor. So we have like Joshua Chamberlain Bridge, that goes to Brewer. $18.20.
Thanks, Owen.
And the flag that Maine originally had, it was a pine tree and a star off to the side, and very simple design, and they're working to try to go back to that flag.
What's the Maine state bird?
Chickadee, or a black cap chickadee.
Hot chickadee. I think Wisconsin's is the mosquito.
Oh, they say that about Maine.
I think we say that about anywhere over here.
Yeah, I'm not sure when they redesigned to that blue one that looks like every other state, but
Yeah.
yeah, you do see a lot of people flying the old Maine flag. I don't know if that was, I'm not sure of the history, if it was a flag that was designed in the process of becoming its own state, or if it was after joining the Union too. But yeah, it's a much better looking flag. And you see it on people's houses quite often.
They've got an image of a Stephen King book on the front of it.
Oh, speaking of which, the other day, on our bike ride on Saturday, I was like, let's cut through West Broadway.
Let's go
Go
through
by
Stephen
Stephen
King's
King's
front yard.
It's always fun because you just never know what's happening out there. Like the other day, I saw a whole bus from a Baptist church from somewhere. It didn't look like it was another state, and they were all out there. You never know what you'll see. And so we go riding by, and surprisingly there was nobody there. It's a very nice day. But then as we got closer, there was 2 parents and a child on the other side of the gate. They were just wandering around inside, walking on the pathway going up to the front door. And I was like, well, see, this is why we can't have nice things. Because usually they leave the gate open until someone does that. But yeah, they were just in there looking like as if they were trying to convince each other to go up and knock on the door. There's signs posted too about no trespassing and all that stuff.
Yeah. But that assumes people can read. But then so does a book.
I still just love the fact that he's able to stand out there and people don't even notice that it's him. We were also talking about that. It's like, last time I saw him walking down the street, it looked like he was wearing the same exact thing that he was wearing a couple days before when I saw a picture of him at his son's book reading. He just looks like he's been wearing the same faded blue jeans for quite some time. And he has, a faded hat and, a borrowed, or not even a borrowed shirt, but like a free shirt from, wherever they gave out a free shirt for advertisement.
Go on, Rick. Your turn.
Ah, yes. Second to last one.
And we've got 2 blocks after this one. I've lost the jersey. I've just got 2 KOM jerseys now. Oh, come on.
Almost. Oh, 172 this time.
Oh.
One more.
Satulagi.
Oh, okay, that flag that I was talking about, it's 1901 flag, I guess. I don't know why 1901, but maybe it was like a turn of the century thing or something. But it says it was the original main flag. It's weird. But it was only the flag for 8 years or 9 years. I'm gonna read about it. Oh, so this is the first official flag to be used by the state, other than the one the militia used, I guess. And then they switched it in 1909 to the boring one that it is now, with weird cartoon characters on it.
Daffy Duck.
Yep.
Excuse me.
Bugs Bunny on the other side.
So there was a question from the other day. No Googling online here.
Which season is it?
What's Goofy's son's name? I knew this.
Oh man.
No Googling
Oh
on.
wow. Why can't I remember this one? Yeah, I think that's the thing. The other one has just too much detail for a flag. But yet it looks like almost every U.S. state's flag. There's stuff, all kinds of things on it. All right, last one.
Oh. I guess no news is good news, Ben. Right?
They accidentally dropped it in the paint tank.
Goofy's son's name? Max or Maximilian.
Oh, okay. Oh, yes. See, now it's coming back to me.
This section of this route haunts me. It was a TTT. We have 5 riders. And on the climb that we just come up, Rich dropped off the back of us. This is when we were racing Frappe in the mornings. Rich dropped off the back. I went back to help him on. Because that meant we had 3 ahead of us. And of course they were closing in on the finish line, which was just around the corner. So they were starting to say, come on Andy, you got to come back, got to come back. So then I start sprinting to catch the team back up again. There's the finish line just beyond the arch there. And I catch him up. And although Rich had been something like 20 seconds behind, he crossed the line only 2 seconds behind. So I'd achieved what I went back to do. I'd pulled him back towards the team. But man, that was a hard finish. Well, there you go, and now you do. One more block after this. That your last one done?
Yeah.
Oh, you're on your last one.
Yeah.
There you go.
Now
Last one done. Who's going to help me get jerseys now?
Well, I definitely spent more of that time rested than not. But it's still rough at that last bit. Yeah. Oh, it's checking out all of the flags now. I'm gonna have to look at Maryland. Oh yes. That's also the Baltimore Ravens. They use that in theirs. Yeah, that one is pretty cool. Apparently they have a crab flag. Oh, it's just that flag in the shape of a crab. Never mind. Arkansas looks kind of cool. It's just Arkansas. Just says Arkansas in the middle of a diamond. With some stars. Oh, then Alabama has just an X. A red X on a white flag. I don't think you can do white flags in the north though. Have to replace them all the time. All of the northern flags are all dark. Well, no, except for that Massachusetts. Massachusetts is white. I also like Colorado's flag and Arizona's. Wow, and Santa Fe's. I mean, not Santa Fe's.
I like all the flags.
They know what they're doing in the Southwest. Wow, and then Hawaii's is. There's a lot of colors going on there. They have a Union Jack with red, white, and blue stripes all over it.
Isn't Georgia's just the Green Bay Packers in their own colours?
Nah. That one's, I don't know what that is. Ooh, I also like South Carolina's is kind of, I don't know who came up with it first, Maine or South Carolina, but essentially Maine did the complete opposite. South Carolina has the palm tree with a crescent on the upper corner, and Maine did that original one was a pine tree with a star up in the upper corner. Ooh, and then Ohio decided to go with a flag that isn't rectangular. That's cool.
Oh,
It looks like Wisconsin's looks very military-like.
yeah, it is.
Yeah, I guess that's what Maine's is too. It's like they switched it to a military style flag. But it doesn't say Maine on it anywhere. That I don't know. Yeah, I think Maryland wins.
Yes, Owen.
With
So
the
that's
York's
either-
flag, you can
that's
tell
either-
it's a state that feels really important.
So Owen dislikes both my flag, my state flag, and David Buss's state flag.
I don't think Maine's is much better. See, one thing a lot of these flag designers didn't think of is the fact that future generations would be trying to look at them through thumbnails on the internet and deciding which one's their favorite.
So New Mexico is the only state where I've been asked to produce my green card at a random stop.
Huh.
We were on the
I wonder if Arizona would do the same.
highway heading to Albuquerque, and the highway was a 2-lane highway, got filtered down to 1 lane, then off the highway, and there was just this line of traffic, and I saw the CBP cars. Okay, Border Patrol, time to get the green card out. So I got mine out, and I have the kids. I got theirs out. Yolanda's looking through her purse, can't find it. We get stopped, the guy wind the window down, the guy says, US citizens? I said, no, legal permanent residents. Oh, I got your green cards. I handed mine and the kids over. But my wife's just getting hers. Because couldn't find it. Looking through it. Where is it? Because the line of traffic's getting longer and longer behind us. The guy eventually gave me mine and the kids back and said, it's okay, off you go. And then just as we were on the on-ramp back onto the highway, Yolanda found it, thankfully. That would have been $550 to replace if you hadn't found it. And I've got 10 days and I get to give mine up.
Do they give you $500 back?
No.
But they charge you if you don't return it?
Yeah, it's a year that they were ratified as a state. Oh yes, definitely charged for the year. No, not allowed to keep it on. But we get to swap it for a nice certificate of naturalisation. At first I thought, well, Faith can give up her current active one and keep her inactive one, but no, got to give those up. We've also, well, me and Yolanda have also got employee authorization cards, employment authorization cards, I should say. Got to give those up as well. I've been through all my documentation, sorted out what I need to turn in. So once I get that certificate of naturalisation, there's 3 things I need to do: register to vote, update my social security stuff, so I'll visit the social security office, go to the DMV, update their records, and then, once I've done those, I can apply for a passport. Because when you apply for a passport, you have to send your certificate of naturalisation, and the original, not a copy. So if you've sent your certificate of naturalisation off, then you can't do the other things. Last one. Yeah, I was a little bummed about that. I would have liked to have kept it, but on the other hand, I would really like citizenship. So, small price to pay. And, my team leader's already planning a party, or some kind of cake or something in the office when it happens.
Right.
Yeah, so while we're down in Milwaukee, I want to visit the USCIS office and just drop a thank you card off for the interviewing officer. And she didn't have to interview me the same day that Faith's interview took place, and was scheduled for just over 2 weeks later. So, just want to say thank you. There we go. I made it through. Faith wants to visit a Whole Foods store. It's just around the corner from the USCIS office. So the courthouse, the oath ceremony will be in. That's about a mile or so from the USCIS office. So I know exactly where to park at the USCIS office. There's a parking garage just around the corner from it, but not so much for the courthouse, so I guess I should research that. And we've got to be there at 8 o'clock in the morning.
It's almost worth it to go stay in Milwaukee for it.
Which means leaving here at 6.
Yeah. Or maybe even earlier, really.
Check dates and ask me about seasons and weather. Why so?
Winter starts soon.
Oh, doing Route 66 next year. Nice.
Where does 66 start anyway?
That's in Milwaukee at the Harley factory. All right, well, definitely keep me
Oh, okay. I've been there.
keep me updated. Milwaukee's 90 miles from me. Everything's 90 miles away, isn't it? Madison is. Milwaukee is. The trek bike's like place.
So are you gonna ride down or drive down from Milwaukee and start in Chicago, or take the fastest route?
Right, well, there isn't too much that I put in the way of coming down to visit you all. Things like wedding anniversary and things like that would probably trump it, but not much else.
That just seems like Route 66 was like a road that they started right when the driving gets extremely boring. Let's start it here where it's just completely flat and you just don't see much for a very long time. Does that go through the mountains? It must go through the mountains somewhere.
Yeah.
Right? That would be cool. That's the thing. I always wanted to drive cross country. I just would kind of like to skip that whole well, really, I'd like to skip Indiana on, or Ohio on, really. But I guess that's a part of it too. And then just start back up again once in like Colorado or wherever, whichever state the mountains start in for that.
That workout felt a lot more than 61 TSS.
Yeah, it depends. Yeah, Texas would probably be a little warm for you either way.
It can be on, can be rainy in September.
Yeah, it all depends on where it is. Everything changes it's a big area, that's for sure. I know the snow stops, like April is when it snows the most in Colorado, and then it kind of stops after that. Does that even go through Colorado?
Oh my. Need something to keep me awake now.
It goes
So when I was
below
chatting with
Colorado.
Gerrie the other day, I told him that we need a weekly menu. He needs to send me on a Monday morning the menu of breakfasts for the week, so I can at least answer what's Gerrie having for breakfast today, even if Gerrie doesn't join the stream. He didn't send me anything this morning. Sorry. I don't know.
I don't even know when, like, West Texas is so much different than the rest of Texas. From what I've heard, my mom lived over there once, and she lived in New Mexico and Arizona and Southern California for a while. And it's very dry there.
This would be an ideal place to do a coffee break, wouldn't it? but I'm still in the meter.
Oh yeah, but
Oh well.
are we gonna go around again?
No,
I don't have time for that.
me either. No, I know exactly where we'll finish at 40k. I'll finish just before the climb. You'll finish on it. You're 25 miles. But if we get to the top of that climb,
Yeah. Maybe we'll end up somewhere else. We'll end up over at the sprint before we finish.
we'll get the sprint jersey again. If we don't get a cone of shame. Yeah, I don't really know much about the weather in other states, so let's see what we get here.
Yeah, I'd imagine all those areas must have a rainy season. Maybe September is. I could ask my mom, but I bet she would not give me a straight answer, even though she lived there for like 3 years in West Texas. I think she spent like a year in New Mexico and another couple of years in Arizona and California. All desert areas, I guess. Oh, she was in Albuquerque in New Mexico, which is not quite deserty. It's more, I think it's like mountainous.
Yeah, thank you very, very much for the raid. Much appreciated. To be honest, just as we're finishing up, we're going to have some fun shortly. Hey Rick, where are you going? Let me catch you up.
I don't know.
We're going to do the after workout zoomies. So we found out that if we're latched onto each other and we take our coffee breaks together, then we get to do some pretty amazing stuff. 400 miles an hour is our record so far. 600 and something kilometers an hour. So we're just waiting to get a decent downhill, and then we'll launch our coffee breaks together and see what happens. Yeah, Brett's a good resource for that one. I've also got a friend in Texas as well that I could ask. I do know where he is. He sent me mail. I can't think at the moment. Fort Worth, there you go. It's near Fort Worth.
Which, yeah, I mean, that's what, like north central Texas. Changes a little more heading west, I think.
Like we've got a downhill coming up. Are we going to do it on this one?
Fair.
It's done it already.
Some coffee breaking.
And he is too. Here we go.
Getting spazzy.
I like what your head's doing.
There we go. Now we're
70k.
now. Yeah, it seems like they fixed it or something.
Yeah, it goes down on stopping pedaling. $87, $90, $100, and stopped. Oh, that's boring. They fixed it.
Yeah. Well, not totally. But it's fixed. from doing that, it seems.
We should try it on Tempest Fugit. Put Tempest Fugit on. See what my workout is tomorrow. We'll do Tempest Fugit.
Oh, what's happening now? Here we go. Now we
90k uphill. There we go.
Now we got action.
Here we go.
Wow.
200. 300.
198, 200, and
Oh, there we go.
200.
Corner shame.
Never went over 200. I think 225 was the top there. Jason's in Southern California, right? You must have missed another Jason.
I got 275 kilometers an hour there. It must be, maybe we'll get the corner shame if we, if we do a segment. Kilometer off now. So we zoomed up that KOM then. Yeah, exactly, Owen. A sprint at 400 kilometers an hour. So that's where I'm stopping. Could you get up the Alp within 3 minutes? I don't know. How long's the Alp? Let's have a look. Probably not. Swift, Broad, Sky. Motor Sky route details. 17.3 kilometers. So, no, not gonna get that. You'd have to start the coffee break as you were going down towards the turn into the Alp. Get any benefit from it on the climb. It'd be a good start though. I mean, look, we just did 3 kilometers there, and really we only got the zoomies for the last half of that.
Yeah. Yeah, that was weird how that happened there.
So if
I
it
did
worked
not
right,
expect
no, I'm need to be right. If it works how it has done in the past, we could have even got 6 kilometers there.
Yeah, something I looked up here on is that the southwest monsoon season is between June and September, or through June through September. But this year, so far, it's been called a non-soon, because they just have heat and no rain.
Yeah, I know how
But
that
I'd
goes.
Next year, it'd be back to normal. I would imagine, because it won't be an El Nino season anymore. I don't think.
Right.
For a year.
Ooh. Well, that's it for today. Be back with another workout in the morning. I don't know, what have I got tomorrow? It doesn't help narrow it down. No, we're sorry, Owen.
All summer long, pretty much. I'd imagine you'd want to do it like May through whatever, May through June or something, somewhere in that area.
Fat max tomorrow for me.
It starts to get pretty nice up where you're at in May, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, well, even April we'll be starting to have the windows open. Well, May 26th is my birthday, Owen.
Hey, there you go.
All right, well, we shall discuss. So we'll be back tomorrow. What workout you got tomorrow, Rick?
Something long, kind of long, an hour 35.
Okay. Mine's an hour and
It's a
7,
mixture.
so fat max. I should take a
It's a
screenshot
mixture
of that, shouldn't I?
mixture.
Cone of shame.
Yeah.
Where did you end up?
Oh, I have one called Escalation tomorrow.
Okay.
Gonna get escalated.
Uh-oh. All right. Definitely going now. Take care. Have a good day.
All right.
Good day.
Bye-bye.
Start the week. All right. Bye for now, everybody. Later, Ben. Later on.